James Cagney totally despised Audie Murphy. Now we know why. James Cagney was born James Francis Cagney Jr. on July 17, 1899, in New York City. Growing up on Manhattan's Lower East Side, Cagney came from a working-class Irish-American family and experienced hardship early in life. His father worked several jobs, including as a bartender, while his mother raised 7 children in their cramped apartment. From a young age, young James learned the values of resilience, ingenuity, and ambition, qualities that would shape both his personal character and his professional career. He attended Stuyvesant High School and later studied briefly at Columbia College at Columbia University. But academia wasn't what would call him. Instead, he gravitated toward the performing arts almost by accident. Initially interested in art and dance, he soon discovered his love for entertaining people. First, working as a dancer in vaudeville, and then trying his hand at acting in theater. Cagney's entry into Hollywood was gradual but steady. In the late 1920s and early 1930s, as silent films were giving way to talkies, he made his way from Broadway to Warner Brothers Studios. What distinguished Cagney was his electrifying energy on screen. At a time when many actors struggled to adapt their style for sound films, he brought a sharp, fast-talking, streetwise personality that resonated with audiences. His breakthrough role came in The Public Enemy, 1931, in which he played Tom Powers, a ruthless gangster. The film not only made him a star but also cemented his image as a typical tough guy. An unforgettable moment. Cagney smashing a grapefruit in Mae Clarke's face. It became one of the most iconic scenes in film history, symbolizing both his violent characters and his fearless approach to acting. However, behind this persona, Cagney himself was nothing like the gangsters he portrayed. Friends and colleagues frequently described him as a kind, disciplined, and family-oriented man who lived quietly off-screen. Throughout the 1930s and 1940s, Cagney dominated the big screen, not only in gangster roles but also in a wide variety of roles that showcased his range. He could portray intensity in films like Angels with Dirty Faces, 1938, where he played a criminal whose execution becomes a powerful moral lesson for young boys. Or he could turn around and play lighthearted comic roles with equal skill. His versatility reached its pinnacle in Yankee Doodle Dandy, 1942, where he played artist George M. Cohan. This role gave him the opportunity to showcase his musical and dancing talents, proving that he was not just a tough guy, but also a born entertainer. His performance earned him the Academy Award for Best Actor, one of Hollywood's highest honors, and remains one of his most celebrated achievements. Cagney retired from acting in the early 1960s but was persuaded to return for a few films in the 1980s, including Ragtime, 1981, which became his final screen appearance. By then, he had already earned the respect of multiple generations of actors, directors, and audiences. In 1974, the American Film Institute ranked him the 8th greatest male legend of classic Hollywood cinema, a fitting recognition of his contributions. In 1920, James Cagney's career was still in its early stages, and he was just another struggling artist in New York trying to find his footing in the theater. That year, he landed a job as a chorus member in the musical revue, although this was hardly the kind of role that would make him a star. It proved to be one of the most significant moments of his life because it was during this production that he met Frances Willard. Billy Vernon, a fellow artist, the two quickly formed a deep connection that went beyond the stage lights, finding in each other a sense of companionship, stability, and understanding. Their courtship blossomed, and on September 28, 1922, James Cagney and Frances Vernon were married. Remarkably, their marriage became one of the longest-lasting unions in Hollywood history, lasting more than 6 decades until Cagney's death in 1986, a rare feat in an industry often plagued by scandal and short-lived relationships. Frances, who became known as Billy Cagney, outlived her husband by several years and passed away in 1994, a testament to the strength and loyalty that had characterized their relationship. Although Cagney and his wife did not have biological children, they chose